exercise, I think. You know, and if you try and do this on a regular basis, you know, you'll do more, you'll get better and better at it, and you know, you'll be more pleased with the results. And also try and keep everything that you do. Don't throw them away, because you'll go back to them and you'll look at them and you'll think, oh, there's actually something quite nice in that I hadn't seen before, or God, I hope I never do a drawing as bad as that again. And you know, you can have some fun with it all. Super nice there. And do try different techniques as well while you're doing it. You know, say just when we go to the longer 20-minute ones, you know, you don't have to just do that one solidly for 20 minutes. Maybe do it for 10 and then focus in on an area that you like, maybe you know, much more on the face, or you know, you can work into details. Then if you wanted to, we left everybody's faces very clean. So if you want to use your imagination with regards to makeup or you know, colours you want to put on, anything like that, just really have a bit of an experiment and play with it all. 5 minutes. That seems like a long 5 minutes, nearly, didn't it? Well done. Right, back on, please, Bianca. Right, how about back view, Bianca? There you go. Spin a tiny bit more. There you go, that's a goodie. This is a great one here that Jan's done. You've got really super silhouette on here. And this print was done by a really brilliant designer, printmaker called David Holer, who I'm sure lots of people know. David, who practices as a printmaker now, was one part of the design duo body map with Stevie Stewart, who is extremely, you know, well known and notorious designers. And the print on here was actually based on some research that David had done on Tudor transvestites, and which was quite a number. And there's some good records of all of this, and there's some really brilliant imagery that he got. And I love this print. I love the kind of abstract pattern of it. And then when you look closer into it, you see all these brilliant details, which wouldn't be known until you kind of do a bit of looking into it. Nice one to draw. Try and pick up the print as well within there. And look at the ribs on this hat, this knitted hat. They really give you an idea of the directions of how fabrics, and in particular the knitting, move in relation to the head and the body. Gives some really good shapes on here. Great to get absorbed in all the detailing on there. I hope there's some good drawings been done. If you can upload them and send them as direct messages, I think is the plan, to Sarabande Instagram. Those are all being collected, and we're going to try and get a little bit of a show and tell done. Collect them all while we're all drawing. So you need a little mini breather. That's a good thing to do.
Is this how you want the baby?
That's for the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on that one.
For the last one, though. Yeah. The 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We've done. We did this. We've done. We've got 2 images, right? But you wanted them both in the same. You wanted them together, didn't you? In the old box.
I think we did.
Okay.
So how many have we done?
This is the 4th one.
4th, brilliant. I'm losing track. Losing my mind.
If anybody wants us to stay longer.
Okay.
Can we show a couple of sketches in the Sarabande?
Yeah, let's see what people in the room are doing. Joshua's been busy over there, I know that for sure.
Yeah.
With some parking stuff. Gorgeous.
What brush and ink are you using, Giles?
I'm using a cheap brush from Smith and some very nice ink from Japan. It's very quick drying. It's called Zig Cartoonist Black Ink. And it's great if you're drawing with nib and brush, because it dries super quickly. I get through brushes really, really quickly, so it's great to buy expensive ones when you can, but also really good cheap ones, synthetic ones are really good also. The synthetic ones can be really good. Just really play around, see which ones you like. I like size 3 to 5. That works really well for the work that I like to do on the whole. And I like a really big, broad water. I want doing washes and that. So I sort of stick to 2 brushes mainly. And pencils from Tesco's at the moment.
Ready to change what's?
I think so.
Let's
Yeah.
see how we go. Do you want to leave on the
So we're going to have a quick change here for the 20 minutes. Give everyone a little break and recalibrate your materials if you need. Have a look at what you've done. Let's have a show and tell in the room. Come on, Joshua. Bring them up. Let's have a look and see. Come on, show us. Bring us the camera. I'll pick one. Come on, what have we got? I think it's coming over. These are the ones I've been working on. Brilliant colour on here. I love that. I find what you're sliding to give you the sense of what's going on with these beautiful yellow hands. Then over here. All good. So have we got some images being sent in yet?
Yeah.
Good. Good to see. Can't wait to see all these. So next up, we're just having that change to explain those people who may have joined or what's going on, and we're going to do the 2 models together now in quite full-on pieces. So there's going to be really lots to draw here, and so again, pick up on like the silhouettes, the relationship between the 2 models, the negative space, look at the chair, all of these points of interest, things that draw you, and try and get a bit of sense from all of that. So be with us very soon indeed. Probably should we get you Nubia in, and then we can get you. Right, so we've got Nubia here in
This one.
You can stand, please. Yeah. And then, there you
Might
go.
have to go a little bit behind because you're blocking.
Yeah, if you can, that's perfect. If you do that, and then, yeah, brilliant. That's a great view there. Plenty to draw. So this is going to be 20 minutes. So, just say, have a look and see what you like within the relationship between the two models, or focus in on an area and then go over. I would kind of start with it here and think about how all the relationship is. Yeah, it's got a very good hand, which is just moved. She's nice and strong there. The hand on the legs, the legs of the chair, all of these elements, just pick bits out that you think are working for you and that can be add to the image.
Swan, we need to move the camera because the swan is out of camera right now. So we have a beautiful tall model.
And the paper on the collar that Nubia is wearing has got so much detail in there. You could get lost in that forever. And on the moire jacquard stripe here that Yank is wearing, that's really good to have a look at that. It gives you a good indication of all of these lines, crisscrossing over, coming down here. Got to draw great from this angle as well, but no one can see the road here. I'm going to have a focus in on Nubia and that collar. I think that looks like a really begin with. And then for the second part, I'm going to go into have a look at Bianca, swan hat. Again, some great shadows going off there. You guys can actually do screen grabs, might be nice for these poses as well, and then you can maybe look at them later and go back into pieces to give you a bit of a, if you wanted to do more work on them. And as I was saying earlier, I think drawing is a really great way of expanding your the enjoyment of drawing and the meditative quality of it, but the actual benefit from as a designer to be able to show your ideas and give your ideas a sense of character that you get from doing things like life drawings, opposed to just doing spec drawings for things which have a place. But I really think that embodying that sense of character really helps carry the narrative and story of a designer. I mean, historically, there's been some brilliant designers as illustrators, people like Charles James, Sam Ron, Bill Gear, Mark Jacobs is a brilliant illustrator. There's some really super, John Galliano. The list is endless, and when I was studying at St Martin's, I was lucky enough to be taught by an absolutely incredible guy called Howard Tanguy, who check his work out if you're not already familiar. And Howard is a phenomenally talented illustrator, and taught me so much within the relationship of clothes and people and looking and I think it's just so important, and I think if you can find the time to do it, draw a friend, kind of just get some drawing done, try and do it every day if you can, you'll find the speed and the precision at which you can visually articulate your ideas will really come forward, and you'll just be able to kind of, you'll just see the benefit from it. I know that to be the fact. So it's really worth doing, I think. And looks really impressive when you putting your work together to see someone's vision. It's very, very clear. And this can be done in a digital way also. And what we've not done tonight, but I might do for some of the last ones, is draw on an iPad, which I love doing. It's great when we can all travel again to things like that. If you do have that technology to hand, it's really, really, I think it's a great tool. Try to keep on looking at what you're drawing as well. Don't draw what you think you can see. Really try and draw what you do see. And then I think when you've got a good body for that down, as in the body, as in the elements, kind of do think about how you would like to imagine this. If you want to go back and say photocopy it and then add lots of different colors or backgrounds, or you can use these as a really good kind of starting point to do all sorts of further explorative work. And it will inform you, designers out there, about what it is that you're liking, I think, and about that sense of character as well. I really believe character is so important within design. And I think that never more so than now, to see that sense of character brought forward is really, really important. Tell a story, it's what creates that sense of magic and interest, and I think it's hugely important. And for you to bring your personality as well to the illustrations, drawings. because you can see from everybody in this room, they're so vastly different, and they kind of all are quite representative of the artist, which is really always fascinating to see, I think. I'll be coming up to get ready for a changeover for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, if you could do a change there, Trina, that'd be. Well, I think if you do swap the sitting and standing would be great. So. I was doing that. Right. Okay. That's great. So you've got some really nice drape on that purple silk of the jacquard there. A good silhouette of the swan hat. Very kind of almost robot-like pose from Nubia there. This is the last pose. So another 20 minutes on here. So similar story as before. But again, I have an experiment with materials, tried some different elements to it. Some things that you've enjoyed from the poses that you've done so far, things that you felt that have worked. Have a play around with that. Great space to draw in here. We have lots of space, but brilliant lighting as well. So it's yeah, yeah, more. I'm sketching out now doing the rough base for the black cake, which I've just done a very simple wash on, and then just having a bit of a play. I like to then get a fine brush and then quickly put some black ink over the wash, and you get a really nice effect, which when it dries gives some quite nice, brings some nice elements to it. And then I was planning to then go over into the detail of the white paper rough after I'd done this. So a bit of a mixed element piece really for me on this one. I love the proportion on this collar with this heavy wool cape. I think it looks exquisite. The scale on that is really, really. Try and make sure that you really get that scale on there. Wow. Okay, so we've got some beautiful piece scented here. Can everybody see this? Mm-hmm. I love this one. It's really soft and very sensual, isn't it? Gorgeous colours. Do we know where that's from?
It is by Catherine Young.
It's one of our scholars at St Martin's, a Sarabande scholar, picked by Tim Blanks.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not that drawing. No. That's a cracker, isn't it? Look at that. I'm loving these soft watercolours. The colours are beautiful. Really good.
This is by Alice.
Fabulous. Really captured the pose brilliantly there. Nice line as well in all of that. Really good.
It's like Freya.
Freya, very sensitive there. Looking like and Bianca's holding something to give. Really lovely. Fabulous. Look at that. That's got so much character, that drawing, hasn't it? Really super expressive and almost looking like somebody going boxing cape on. Lovely. Really good. Fabulous. Look at that 5-minute inky lady. The characters are looking really strong, aren't they? I'm really pleased that people have managed to capture a sense of individual character within their drawings. It's really good. Very encouraging to see. Great. Look at the hat, looks brilliant there. Good use of good work on the sleeve. Lovely. Look at that. Wild. I like that one an awful lot. So it just goes to show you, whatever your medium, whatever you're working on, it's all about doing it and just getting things done. That's brilliant. That looks really, really super as well. And as I say, while we've been doing this, the more you do, the more you enjoy it, the more you get from it, the more you'll be able to work out what it is that you're liking and about your style and how you can expand your drawing as part of your practice as designers, illustrators, whatever it is you're doing. Just joining for some, for something to do. It's a really good thing to do. I think it's great, lovely. Fabulous, look at that, really super. Brilliant. Brilliant. It's so nice to see everybody's work. It's really, and I think for you to see it all in context as well, there's that sense of individuality, I think, is absolutely key. And and I think that's what makes all of these creative practices so strong, is that that people can express their creativity so brilliantly, and it comes across in bucket loads, doesn't it?
Send people can keep sending to Instagram, in case you missed. Sarabande Instagram.
Love that one. Great silhouettes from there. Brilliant. Very good also. Lovely. Really good character in there. Yeah, really good character. Brilliantly abstract. I love some of the abstracted pieces as well. You know, it's not about just, you know, doing a kind of absolutely immaculate rendering of what you see in front of you. It's about getting that essence and that feeling and your interpretation as artists and illustrators, and how you want to show that. You know, is it something more playful? Is it serious? Is it gloomy? Is it very jovial? Whatever the thing is that you're liking, really push for that sense of emotion and excitement. Lovely. Really good.
Oh, there's 2 more that just came through.
It's great. Really lovely.
Can you share?
Brilliant work, everybody. Thank you for joining to do that.